The following contest is brought to you by Von Paper Products and is a first round match in the 2017 Miller Memorial Cup. Introducing first, weighing in at 180 pounds from North Bay, Ontario, Dan Jarris.
Well, here comes owner and promoter of Northland Wrestling, Dan Jarris, who is in the Memorial Cup for the first time in his career, looking to take on Lionel Knight. But Adam, what do you think about the events we just saw backstage with Rip Impact being taken out?
I think it's pretty selfish that Dan Jarris was getting ready for his match instead of managing the wrestlers in the back, keeping Rip Impact from trying to cause a commotion back there.
Well, it's hard to juggle both duties. I mean, there's a lot on the line here for Dan Jarris, who really believes that he's got what it takes to become the second winner of the Miller Memorial Cup and, in fact, become the #1 contender to the King of the North Championship.
I guess I can't be too hard on him. I mean, I don't know if Dan took his Geritol this morning, so his memory loss is, you know, when you get up there, those kind of things happen, Matt.
Well, at 47 years old, a lot of fans are saying
And his opponent,
that Jarris,
weighing in at
it's time to hang up the boots.
193
We'll see if he can prove those fans wrong tonight.
At 47 years old, many people are saying he looks like 57.
Lionel Knight.
Now, Matt, I've heard rumors that this is your pick to win it all. Can you confirm or deny?
Well, I don't like to be biased, but Lionel Knight was the runner-up in last year's Miller Memorial Cup. He lost in the finals to Carter Mason in that event. So now, 1 year later, Lionel Knight is trying to prove that he's got what it takes to go all the way this time around.
Runner-up just means first loser, Matt, and that's all Lionel Knight was. If you can't get the gold, it doesn't matter. And Lionel Knight has proven time and time again, when it comes to fighting in the clutch, he's a choke artist.
Well, Lionel Knight said that he is going to steamroll the boss in tonight's opening matchup, and he said, don't get mad, just get used to it. Well, we have gotten used to seeing what Lionel Knight can bring to the squared circle here at Northland Wrestling.
Well, I guarantee you Dan won't get mad, but Lionel probably won't get a Christmas bonus either.
The bell is rung, and the opening match of the 2017 Miller Memorial Cup is about to get underway. But again, the events that we just saw where Rip Impact taking it backstage, he's got a match tonight in the tag team title match with Ray Beauchamp against the Southies.
Rip really should be more careful. There's a lot of cables back there. He can slip and trip and fall like that, and now he may have blown his shot at the tag titles because of it.
Oh, look at this. Knight shoving Jarris, and Jarris shoving Knight back, and this could get heated in a hurry. There's a lot on the line for both these men. Shoulder block takedown by Jarris, and a lot of the hometown fans here trying to get behind the owner and promoter of Northland Wrestling, and a double takedown there.
Well, you know what? I don't think that they should be getting too behind Dan. I don't think he's got much of a chance against Lionel Knight. I hate to admit it, because even though I don't like Lionel's chances to win this tournament at all, when it comes to a battle between these two, Lionel's younger, he's faster, he's stronger, he's just better than the boss. And with everything that's been on Dan's mind tonight, and with that unfortunate incident where Rip Impact tripped and fell backstage, gotta be weighing heavy on his mind, he's clearly distracted. What, got nothing to say?
Yeah, tripped and fell. I mean, I don't know, a couple of hard chops there. And, I mean, Adam Conton is apparently the truth, but I don't know how much truth is behind that statement. Oh, and a big kick to the side of the head, and down goes Knight to the outside.
Could this be it? Is this the moment where Lionel Knight chokes and gets eliminated right out the gate?
Dan Jarris going to the top, taking off, senton splash to the outside. Oh my goodness, Dan Jarris putting it all on the line here in the opening match of the 2017 Miller Memorial Cup.
Jarris has got to be careful. That could have broken a hip. If his orderlies see that, they're not going to give him a pass to get out of the home next weekend.
Dan Jarris taking to the sky, to the outside, and connecting with his opponent, Lionel Knight. We've seen Dan Jarris pull off moves like that in the past. You remember his dumpster match against Anthony Fiasco at Mall Brawl.
See? People tripping all over the place here tonight, Matt.
2 count and Knight kicks out.
Hey, what was it that Lionel Knight said that he was going to do to Dan Jarris?
He did say he was going to steamroll the boss, and he might be eating his words now with a forearm right to the jaw of Lionel Knight.
Yeah, Lionel Knight looks less like a steamroller and more like a Tonka truck in this match.
Big tilt-a-whirl there, and now some fans getting onto Lionel Knight's side, getting behind the man from Brampton, Ontario.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to like about the guy. He's young, he's athletic, he's a pretty boy, but as Lionel Knight himself has proven, good looks and athleticism will only take you so far. You need killer instinct to win this tournament, and Lionel Knight just doesn't have it.
All at Rumble in the North, Lionel Knight was part of the Fatal 4-Way matchup where the winner received a bye into the semifinals of this tournament. Lionel Knight did not win that matchup. That victory went to Tomer Shalom.
My pick to win the tournament.
Well, he's got a much easier path. So now, Lionel Knight, again, as we said, did not win that match, and he's got to go through the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and just to get to the championship tournament match, it's a lot longer of a road, unlike Tomer Shalom, who's basically waiting to see who his opponent is going to be tonight.
Well, that's exactly my point, Matt. Lionel had a great opportunity, and he couldn't follow through, just like he couldn't finish off Dan right there. Lionel is a choke artist. When he gets to the big game, he just can't cut the mustard, or any other condiments for that matter. And don't even get me started on the boss. This is a guy that should be tending to wrestlers backstage, pushing papers, and making sure the audience is happy. Instead, he's out here trying to prove that he's just got what it takes. Just one last time, Matt.
Jarris up top again. Rolls through, and the drop kick connects. Lionel Knight right to the chops of Jarris. And the fans here may be on Knight's side. What is going on here? The hometown fans turning on the boss.
Well, they might have realized that that weird smell is coming from Jarris. Listen, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. That's just what happens when you get older, Matt.
Snap suplex delivered by Knight, and Jarris kicks out.
You know, I will admit, these two are really giving their all here in that first round, and that's a big mistake. These guys are going to have tougher competition as the night goes forward, and they're expending a lot of energy here just so they can, quote-unquote, man up against one another.
But that's showing you that's what it takes to get through this tournament. We saw last year, Lionel Knight took on Carter Mason in the finals, and Carter Mason, after being attacked after his semi-final match, decided that he was still going to compete in the finals, and he prevailed and became not only the inaugural Miller Memorial Cup champion, but also the King of the North.
You know, I wonder how Lionel Knight would feel as he's out here putting on the fight of his life, and all you can do is talk about Carter Mason. I bet you Lionel Knight feels really good about the fact that when he's out there fighting, all you want to do is talk about his best friend, the King of the North.
Well, they are best friends, and I don't think he would mind too much, considering that is the path that Lionel Knight took to where we are now, and it landing right on his head, on his face, off the second rope. Jarris going up top again. Blockbuster delivered.
And that's it.
This could do it. Did Jarris? No. Jarris was that close to moving on to the second round of this tournament.
Well, whether it's Lionel Knight or it's Dan Jarris that moves on, it's not really going to matter. Tomer Shalom's going to be the guy that takes the whole thing. If I were one of these guys, you know what? I might just call it a night, take a count-out victory, poke a thumb in the eye, maybe choke a dude or two, just to, you know, get past this round and then focus on the real threat, Tomer Shalom.
Both men back to their feet. This crowd behind this match 100%. It is the opening contest of the 2017 Miller Memorial Cup. Jarris with a reversal. Oh my goodness, what a maneuver. That should do it here. Into the cover, and Knight somehow kicked out.
Look at
Jarris
the look on
can't believe it.
Look at the look on Jarris's face. He's finally realized what year it is. This ain't 2006 anymore, buddy. This ain't 1999. Heck, It's not even 2015 anymore. It's 2016, and he's realizing he's just too old to hang with the big boys.
It's actually 2017, Adam, and
what can I say? Watching.
Knight gets the knees up, connecting right with the back. Jarris.
Watching Dan Jarris puts me in a bit of a time warp. I can't help it. And now here he goes for the overdrive.
It connects. Could this do it? Lionel Knight with the cover, and Lionel Knight is moving on.
Well, color me surprised.
Here's
I thought
your
he didn't
winner
have
and
it in him.
advancing to the semifinals, the amazing Lionel Knight.
What a match to open up this year's tournament. Lionel Knight back in to the Miller Memorial Cup tournament for the second straight year, and he takes out Dan Jarris to start this year's tournament.
Well, it's one of those good news, bad news situations for the boss. You know, the bad news is he lost the first round. The good news is it's liver and onions night, so when he gets there with all his other friends in the nursing home, you know, they'll have a good meal after this at least.
Jarris and Knight with a stare down in the ring here.
Hey, come on, boss, be a big man. At least show you got some class and shake the guy's hand after he beat you.
And a nice show of respect between these two.
Well, wait a minute. He still might pop him.
Let's take a look at how this match went down. Dan Jarris claiming it's over with a senton splash there, but Knight got the knees up, and that really was the beginning of the end for Dan Jarris as Knight took advantage, hit him with the overdrive, and that was all this match had to offer.
Well, I'm as surprised as anybody. You know, I honestly thought these two would just fight until they both passed out and we'd have to roll them both out of here. So I think what we need to do right now is take it backstage to a real maker of champions.